Hey, welcome back, you beans, to another video here on the channel. How are you all doing? Hopefully you're doing fantastic today. Today should be the release of Crystal Isles on the console for you console players. So I thought I would do a little 8-tip guide on what you should be doing to make the most out of Crystal Isles. Before we start the video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you find this video useful, and I've linked some useful playlists for Crystal Isles down in the description and the comment section. So let's get into it. Number 1 would be where you want to spawn originally. So let me draw a box around the map. You want to be between 60 and 30, that little square, which is this land over here. This whole area is one of the safest areas to be in when you first start your journey on Crystal Isles. It's mainly little islands separated by big oceans or big rivers, which do hold megalodons and stuff, but you hardly ever have to cross that because, I mean, most of these are pretty close together. So it's pretty safe. The only things that you really have to worry about are the occasional raptors, carnos, maybe a few sargos. But I mean, apart from that, these places are pretty safe. There are a ton of the Ichthyornis, which are the worst creatures of all time. So you may want to avoid them. But this place, for me, definitely served as a great starting point. And for most people on the server, we all just sort of came to this area, started off, and spread out as we got established. A lot of people didn't even have walls around the bases because dinos just wouldn't come up to the base. This is a good spot to start. Number 2, get the new crystal wyverns. Check these out. So there's only 2 of them. We've got the ember and the blood crystal wyvern. You can get these as soon as you start flying. Honestly, if you got a pterodon saddle, which is 36, there we go, or 38, sorry, you can start getting these eggs, or you're going to need the grappling hook. Again, I've got tips down below on how to tame these guys, but basically, you want to go over to this next location. Okay, this location, which is right on the edge of the desert biome, just over there is where you want to spawn, the safe area. Over here is the area that the air wyverns spawn. Now, these wyverns cannot be tamed. They are the crystal variants, but they're the heirs to the queen. And over here is where you can, first of all, get an artifact, which is pretty cool. But you could also sometimes find an egg. This is where an occasional wyvern egg will spawn. Let's see if we can find any. There we go. So there was a wyvern egg. That would be all the way around this little bit. Again, I've got a video showing how you could do this in the tips folder. And here we are. So you can take one of these crystal air eggs, and then they will hash into a normal variant of whatever crystal wyvern it is. For example, taking this will give me a level 11 blood crystal wyvern. And you can get up to level 280 eggs. Again, once you take these eggs, obviously, you're going to get chased by these wyverns, which is not cool because they're a little bit stronger, a little bit faster, but I mean, they're still cool. Here's another one, which is the ember crystal. So that's what you need to do for number 2. Get yourself, as soon as you have a flyer, just fly over here, get yourself an egg. I mean, you're done. You're sorted. That wyvern's going to last you the whole game. For number 3, you want to tame yourself a Tropial, which is the new dino that was added in the Crystal Isles when it was released. This dino is actually pretty awesome. It's pretty fast and pretty decent. Now, you can get this guy in multiple places, so it's 2 birds, 1 stone. You can normally go over to the floating islands, which is a beautiful area, and you should check out to maybe build a base. So they spawn there, they spawn here, and they spawn over in the boggy area. So let me just show you on the scanner right now. If we type in a Tropial, so we've got them on the edge of the lava biome. As you can see right here, the volcano biome. You've got them in this bog biome. And none have spawned at the moment, but you also get them in the floating islands biome. But they're a little bit more rarer. The most part is you're going to find them over in this biome and this biome. Get yourself a Tropial. It's definitely worth it. Number 4, you want to come visit the bee cave. Now, this bee cave is easily noticeable in the redwoods. Here's the location, 3130. And from the sky, it's the only spot that has orange crystals in the redwoods. So if you're flying above, you're just looking for this spot with orange crystals. And you can either, there's multiple entrances around this whole cave, but you can get in through the roof here, or you can come down to the sides, and you'll find entrances to the cave like this. Not all labeled with orange stuff. So in the bee cave, this is amazing. In the bee cave, it's the easiest place. It's the easiest place to get polymer. Easiest. And bee honey on any map. It's the easiest way. So when you come in here, you do want something strong, like a decent level dino. What happens is, if you hit these beehives, you'll get bee honey. If you hit it with a hatchet, or with a pickaxe, you'll get bee honey. If you hit it with a hatchet, you'll get a load of polymer. I've made a video on this. Again, it'll be in the tips and tricks for Crystal Isles playlist. But basically, once you hit one of these, all these bees will come after you, and they dismount you. So you want a dino that can hold its own, fight them off. They're very weak, 1 or 2 hits, and you'll kill them. They're only like low levels. You also get the dire bears in here, which is pretty cool. And you get like a sticky effect if you walk into the honey. So for example, if I hit this right now, we got some giant bee honey. Got some polymer, 6, 9, 12, 15. Look at that, off 1. This is off 1 on normal rates. We got 22. And all these want to try and eat me, which I would not allow. Win. Thing number 5 that you should do is check out my playlists on the how to do Crystal Isles. So we've got a playlist that shows you like loads of tips for the Crystal Isles map. Get yourself some easy black pill, some easy element. And number 2, check out the playthrough series on the community server that I've got running for this server, where we've got mods like this that add snow owls to the map. You gotta check it out. It's great. Number 6, you should build yourself like a huge glass house. I mean, crystal is such an abundance on here. Just look at all this. Just get yourself a ton of crystal with your Anki. Just come around here with your Anki and just get a bunch of stuff. Oh my god, it's so easy to get crystal on this map. You got clusters like this, like every 5 meters. It's the best. Build yourself something out of crystal. I mean, you're never running out of crystal. For me, I only have to go like across. I only have to go across the hill that I built on, and there's a ton of crystal that I can mine out. Get yourself a bunch of crystal, build a crystal hut, like a glass hut or something. Yeah, make some beautiful pieces of glass on this map. For number 7, you want to come and visit the Eldritch Isles. So this is such a unique take on a map. I mean, look at this place. It gets dark and gloomy. I mean, the lower that you get, it'll get like super dark and gloomy. It's thunderstorms. There's these crystals that shoot lightning everywhere. I mean, this place is... It is amazing to be in. It's such a nice place to visit. Now, on the official map, there's not much that spawns here. I got multiple videos on this area because there's just some really good resources. You can get a ton of black pearls and element from this area with my tips and tricks guide. This is where you get the element from, these little blue ones. See that element shards? But you do need a replicator. But you see, you get the blue gems, the green gems, and red gems, which I can show you multiple ways on how to get elements created on this map in the guide. But you need to come over and check this place out like in full. I'm not going to show you. There's floating water, there's like these crystals that shoot electricity everywhere. It's super dark and gloomy. You need to come over here. It is amazing. On the map, it is like right in the corner. So right in the corner of the map is where we are, 2471, and that little island right above the floating islands is where you want to come. But number 8, you want to fight the bosses of this map. This is the Wyvern Queen. You got the beta, the gamma, the beta, and the alpha. And they're not that too bad. If you got a bunch of people with you, I mean, they're super easy to take on. But it's a super easy way to get elements if you've got a group of people. You talk about like 15-20 minutes if you've got a good group of people with you. And you can probably kill this guy super easy. And then you get the elements, make a tech replicator, which then will allow you to make elements a hell of a lot quicker on this map. So I must suggest this. Win. So that's been 8 pretty useful things that you could do on this map. Just for starting out, that's like a little roadmap, but definitely check out the series. Number 9 is a little bit of a joke, but not really a joke. Console players hate the fact that rock drakes and crystal variants of dinos has been removed from this map. I know it is annoying, but there are no rock drakes, there's no crystal variants. You just get the Tropial. That's been added to the map, and you don't get that many, and the crystal wyverns obviously, but I mean they're pretty decent, they're not amazing. So if you're on number 9, if you're on console, I'm sorry, there's not much you could do. This is the map. That's probably as much as you could enjoy. Number 10, if you're on PC, enjoy the fact that you have mods, because you could download a mod like this, which is from the Crystal Isles designers of the map. They created a mod called the Crystal Isles Additional Dinos. I've done a mod review on this a few episodes ago, and you get all of these creatures added in crystal variant form. You get the ember creatures, you get the liquefied creatures that spawn in the Eldritch Isles. Definitely worth getting this mod. It makes Crystal Isles a lot more fun, and there's a lot more things to do, as you probably see in the series that I have. But yeah guys, that is the video. 8 decent tips for you to do in Crystal Isles, and 2 that are just for fun. I mean, This mod definitely adds a lot more fun to this map and brings a lot more features to it. But anyways, guys, that is going to be the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like button, subscribe to become a human being, and I'll see you in the next episode of Fantastic Day. And peace.